All right, the question shouldn't be how do we retain officers, it's how do we retain good officers, because the reality is there's two types of people who want to transfer. The first is basically what boils down to a special snowflake. The people who want to transfer because they just want the attention. They just want to see people fighting over them. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about those type of people. If you're not special in any sort of way, if you're just some generic officer who thinks they're hot shit, but in the reality they don't know their left foot and then their right, then good. Get the fuck out of the department. You make the department weaker, and I hope you find success.
What is these
elsewhere,
speeches?
but it's not going to be with me. But then there are the good officers, the ones who come to you with legitimate grievances, the ones who could give a perspective.
Lawson's going crazy, man.
You don't have as chief of police or as high command, and I'm going to offer a radical solution to keep those officers. You talk to them, you listen to them. You know, you don't even need to give an opinion on what they're saying. Just listen, be that person that they could talk to. And if able, implement those changes.
I've seen this side of
As people are seeing that you are willing to listen and make changes when able,
an animal.
They'll stick around. Angel was right. People do follow great leaders, and a great leader is simply ones that listen to those beneath them and take all their opinions in account when they're making their decisions that affect the entire police department. And that's what I plan on doing. Thank you.
Y'all can hear me, right?
You already go down.
Yeah, listen, I already ran Trooper. Listen, I just gotta say one thing. Listen,
Get the fuck off the stage, you bald fuck.
Yeah, listen, between me and these
individuals
Lebron,
behind
me, right? The thing is,
what's up?
You know when this thing's ending?
These individuals.
Can you speak up, sir? I can't hear very well.
You know when this thing's ending?
I have no fucking idea, my brother. I'm falling asleep in here, man.
All right, stay on guard, son. We've seen some Russians in the area.
Yeah, we'll do.
That.
When it ends is probably when we're gonna see shit go down.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy I voted for Mullen.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I did vote for Mullen, actually.
My name was brought up in this whole debate. I thought to myself, well, why not make it spicier? So, to the candidates behind me, let me ask you a question. As the former chief of police, I feel like I can ask this question to the guys behind me as well. What is it that you do or undo and I've done during my time as chief of police? One thing only.
Only one thing? That's not fair.
That is fair.
Listen, once again, Den Shiesty running for chief of police. Like I was saying before, you guys, you idiots in the crowd started booing me. All right. Before you start booing, every individual behind me has been in command except for Tinker. All right, they've done nothing. All right,
that's like that.
So that means, trust me, take the leap of faith and actually vote somebody that actually could make a fucking change instead of having the same copy and paste fucking chief of police in office. All right, to your question, Trooper, I don't have an answer for it.
I have an answer. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, cool. Well, this question is very easy to answer. If I was to go back and change one thing that you do, I wouldn't change a single goddamn thing because our department has never been stronger because of all the mismanagement that you made as chief of police, boss. That's my answer.
She's like, oh, all right. I'll go after Davenport. Yeah, I'll go after Davenport.
Alrighty, the one thing that I would change is the only thing I think Bass made a mistake of, and that was making Bundy a captain.
Damn!
Damn, what's going on up there, bruh? Hey, this shit getting dirty up there.
Yeah, I'll follow that up. To address a couple of things that have been said, Den saying vote for someone who can actually make a change. It sounds an awful lot like you're promoting people to vote for somebody with absolutely no fucking experience or idea of what the fuck they're doing. Like, kind of like you have no idea how to talk into this microphone. Brian, as of the Cerberus deal, not a lot of people know this, but I'm going to go ahead and make this public knowledge. I'm actually the liaison with the Cerberus Industries Armory, and I'm in charge of that contract. So, yeah, hail Cerberus, everybody.
What'd you say?
As far as half of our command structure leaving because of my actions, it had nothing to do because of my actions. It had to do with the fact that then Chief of Police Sam Bass decided he was going to make Brian Knight the acting chief, who then proceeded to alienate and not listen to Captain Tracy Martell and Corporal Demi Black and multiple other individuals, who then immediately jumped ship as soon as Bass was back. And you can ask them yourselves because they're actually in the crowd for questions on that. He made a comment, the badge doesn't save you from that, about treating all officers equally. You should ask him about the badge protecting him from the 15 people he tells everybody he's ocean dumped, or his participation in kidnapping deputies and officers for alleged quote-unquote war crimes. See, ask him what he thinks the badge can protect them from. As for people who will be around, bitch, I've got the goddamn receipts. I do everybody's hours, and trust me, your 200 isn't that goddamn impressive when you contrast it with the lack of fucking arrest reports or court cases that you've had during your career. Now, to address the actual question, what the only thing that I would undo is that last meeting that you had before you went on vacation, Chief. You know, the one where you announced the Cerberus deal, where you had signed a contract without consulting your command structure, asked everybody to slice their hand in a fucking shit pit, and then alienated half of our command structure. Outside of that, I think you were an amazing chief, and I think you went all fucking Mad King on us towards the end. So that's the only thing I'd change, Chief.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good one right there. 200 hours. Let's make that 300 real quick. To answer some of the accusations that Bundy threw out there, lack of police work. Do we have any Chang Gang or Hydra in the crowd? How's that meth lab doing after I put a...
Yo, what the fuck?
We have 11 people from both Hydra and Chang Gang that went in for the 9. So I don't see. Maybe if you're on duty there, Bundy, maybe you actually have a bit of an idea.
I'm gonna beat your ass!
Yeah, that's right. There's a reason why they're upset. 11 individuals from Hydra.
You ruined my life!
Oh, did you do that? I thought Winston Walker did that because he signed all the paperwork, Brian.
Yeah. You can't sign paperwork, Bundy. He's
Bundy's fucking
he's already dead, Bundy.
Yeah, that's right. So not just does Den not know the corporal structure, or somehow our captain doesn't know that corporals can't sign subpoenas. Anyways, moving on to the next thing. The main question here was, what would I do different, or what would I undo that Bass hasn't done? Bass is a very caring individual that I think cares about the city more than probably anyone else on the stage. Whether it's the people on the street, people in the crowd, or people in this department, that man cared so much that he gave individuals like Bundy an opportunity. And the moment that opportunity was given, that little bit of power, the first thing that they did is abuse it for their own means. Whether it was acquiring assets from a super terrorist, whether it was attempting to attack other officers and make sure that investigation disappeared. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not an example of a responsible individual. You want a chief of police that is willing to look after each and every person, and that includes the individuals in the crowd. As for those 15 people I murdered, not ocean dump, those were legal murders. Ladies and gentlemen, serial killers. Instead of months of boring investigations and following a bunch of ghosts into